Chapter 1. The Day Humanity Was Rejected. For more than 2 centuries, humanity reached out to the stars with hope. Earth joined interstellar trade, shared medical breakthroughs, and even helped rescue stranded alien vessels without asking for payment. Yet every request to join the Galactic Alliance ended the same way, with rejection. The Alliance viewed humans as emotional, reckless, and impossible to predict. During the final council meeting, representatives from hundreds of civilizations cast their votes. The result was unanimous. Earth will never become a member of the Galactic Alliance. Many expected outrage. Others prepared their fleets, believing humanity might start a war. Instead, Earth's ambassador stood up, smiled politely, thanked the council for its time, and quietly walked out. No threats, no arguments, no desperate pleas. The council laughed, believing humanity had finally accepted its place. None of them realized that smile hid a secret centuries in the making. Chapter 2. The Silence That Followed. Within days, every human embassy across Alliance space closed its doors. Diplomats returned home. Trade agreements quietly expired. Human ships stopped visiting the crowded galactic routes. Alien leaders celebrated what they believed was a complete political victory. If they refused to cooperate, one senator joked, they'll eventually come crawling back. But months became years. Earth never returned. Meanwhile, strange reports began appearing from the outer regions of explored space. Entire star systems vanished from navigation. Records as if someone wanted to keep them hidden. The Alliance dismissed the rumors. After all, humans were only one small civilization. Chapter 3. Project Horizon. Deep beneath Earth's mountains, hidden from every alien sensor, thousands of scientists worked on the greatest engineering project in human history. Rather than moving through space, they discovered how to gently fold space itself. The first successful test lasted less than 2 seconds. The ship disappeared from Earth's orbit and appeared nearly 50,000 light-years away. No jump gates, no wormholes, no detectable energy signature. Humanity had quietly invented a technology that made every known galactic drive obsolete. For the first time, Earth could travel where no Alliance map had ever reached. And they intended to do exactly that. Chapter 4. Beyond the Edge. The first Horizon fleet crossed into completely unknown space. Instead of hostile empires, they found untouched star systems filled with habitable planets, rich asteroid belts, and ancient ruins left behind by civilizations long forgotten. New colonies appeared one after another. Cities rose beneath alien skies. Gigantic orbital shipyards surrounded distant suns. Every discovery was carefully hidden. Human explorers agreed on one simple rule. The galaxy ignored us, and every passing year made Earth stronger than before. Chapter 5. The smile begins to make sense. 20 years passed. The Galactic Alliance remained confident that humanity had faded into irrelevance. Then the impossible happened. Trade routes across known space suddenly began to fail. Rare minerals became almost impossible to find. Entire industries slowed as resources disappeared from the market. Investigators searched everywhere for the missing supplies. They found nothing. What they didn't know was that humanity had already discovered hundreds of new, resource-rich worlds beyond explored space. Earth no longer depended on the Alliance. The Alliance, however, had unknowingly begun depending on Earth. Far away, standing on the balcony of a colony overlooking a brilliant blue star, an elderly former ambassador watched the latest economic reports. He smiled the very same smile he had worn years earlier in the council chamber. Only now, its meaning was finally becoming clear. Chapter 6. The Forgotten Worlds. As humanity expanded beyond the edge of known space, explorers discovered something unexpected. Dozens of intelligent civilizations had been abandoned by history. Some had been devastated by ancient wars. Others had been ignored because they possessed no valuable resources or advanced technology. To the Galactic Alliance, they simply weren't worth helping. Humans saw things differently. Engineers rebuilt broken power grids. Doctors cured diseases that had plagued entire worlds for generations. No one demanded taxes or loyalty, only friendship. One by one, these forgotten civilizations chose to stand beside humanity, not because they were forced to, but because Earth had treated them with dignity when no one else would. A new community was quietly taking shape beyond the knowledge of the Alliance. Chapter 7. A different kind of power. While the Alliance measured strength by the size of its fleets, humanity invested in something far more valuable: knowledge. Artificial intelligence managed entire shipyards. Autonomous mining stations harvested resources around the clock. Innovation accelerated at an astonishing pace. Every breakthrough inspired another. Earth wasn't building an empire through conquest. It was building a civilization where every species had something to contribute. That unity became humanity's greatest advantage. Chapter 8. The Economic Earthquake. Without warning, markets across the galaxy began to collapse. The rare crystals used to power advanced warp drives became almost impossible to obtain. Prices doubled, then tripled within weeks. Factories slowed production. Shipyards stood silent. Entire economies entered crisis. Alliance investigators followed every trade route they could find until they uncovered a startling truth. The missing resources weren't gone. For the first time, the Galactic Council realized they knew almost nothing about modern Earth, and that frightened them. Chapter 9. Shadows Beyond the Stars. Determined to uncover humanity's secret, the Alliance sent one of its fastest reconnaissance fleets beyond the known frontier. Weeks later, only one damaged scout returned. Its captain could barely speak. He described enormous orbital shipyards stretching across entire moons. Shipyards capable of building thousands of starships at once. He spoke of peaceful colonies with populations larger than major Alliance worlds. He reported seeing vessels unlike anything recorded in galactic history. Sleek black ships that appeared and disappeared without leaving energy signatures. Then he delivered the most shocking statement of all. There are hundreds of them. Silence filled the council chamber. Humanity hadn't fallen behind. Humanity had quietly surpassed everyone. Chapter 10. The Smile They Never Understood. An emergency meeting of the Galactic Alliance was called. Some demanded sanctions, but wiser voices urged caution. If Earth wished to attack, one elderly admiral said, they've had decades to do it. Instead, humanity transmitted a single message to every government in known space. The words were calm. There were no threats, no demands, only one sentence. We built the future you refused to imagine. Only then did many remember the smile worn by Earth's ambassador on the day humanity had been rejected. It had never been the smile of defeat. It had been the smile of someone who already knew that history was about to change, and that the galaxy had just made the greatest mistake it would ever make. Chapter 11. A Desperate Request. The Galactic Alliance had spent decades pretending humanity no longer mattered. Now, they had no choice but to knock on Earth's door. A diplomatic cruiser landed peacefully outside the United Earth Council. Leading the delegation was Ambassador Varex, one of the few council members who had voted against rejecting Earth years ago. He lowered his head. We were wrong. The room remained silent. The human president looked at him calmly. You've traveled a long way just to apologize. Varex took a slow breath. We're not here only to apologize. He activated a hologram. Across the room appeared dozens of burning worlds. Entire fleets drifting through space as lifeless wrecks. We need your help. Chapter 12. The enemy no one could stop. The attackers called themselves the Void Dominion. No one knew where they had come from. They didn't negotiate. They didn't conquer planets for resources. They erased civilizations completely, leaving empty systems behind. Their ships seemed alive. Destroyed vessels repaired themselves within minutes. More than 50 star systems had already fallen. Millions had disappeared. Every fleet sent against them had been destroyed. The Alliance had run out of ideas. Human intelligence officers quietly studied every battle recording. After several hours, one young analyst noticed something strange. Chapter 13. The Fleet Beyond Imagination. Far beyond explored space, hidden behind folded dimensions, rested the greatest fleet ever assembled. Thousands of sleek black starships waited silently around massive orbital stations. Unlike Alliance warships, these vessels had been built for flexibility, speed, and cooperation. Each captain controlled advanced artificial intelligence, capable of analyzing millions of battlefield possibilities every second. When the order finally arrived, no cheering echoed across the fleet. No dramatic speeches. Only one command. Protect civilian lives first. Within minutes, entire task forces vanished into folded space. Across the galaxy, sensors suddenly detected hundreds of unknown signatures appearing. Near the front lines, humanity had entered the war. Chapter 14. The Battle of Three Suns. The first major engagement took place in the Three Suns system. Alliance survivors expected another massacre. Small squadrons split apart, regrouped, disappeared, and struck from impossible angles. Every time the Void Dominion adjusted its tactics, humans changed theirs again. Artificial intelligence and human instinct worked together perfectly. Within hours, enemy formations began collapsing. For the first time since the invasion began, the Dominion retreated. Cheers erupted across every Alliance communication network. Hope had returned. Chapter 15. More than soldiers. After the battle, Alliance commanders expected humanity to celebrate its victory. Instead, human ships ignored damaged enemy wrecks and rushed toward civilian evacuation zones. Medical vessels treated injured aliens regardless of their species. Engineers repaired failing space stations before repairing their own ships. Food, medicine, and shelter were distributed without charge. If these are the people we rejected, they admired it. And far away, deep within the darkness between galaxies, the mysterious rulers of the Void Dominion watched humanity's arrival with unexpected interest. Their commander whispered only 4 words. So, they're still here. The real war had only just begun. Chapter 16. The Secret Behind the Void Dominion. Following the victory at the Three Suns system, human intelligence recovered a damaged Void Dominion command vessel. Unlike Alliance engineers, human scientists didn't try to destroy it. They tried to understand it. What they discovered shocked everyone. The Dominion wasn't invading for conquest or revenge. Their home galaxy had been consumed by a mysterious cosmic phenomenon known as the Silence, a wave that slowly erased stars, planets, and even the fabric of space itself. For centuries, the Dominion had fled from galaxy to galaxy, searching for a place where their species could survive. Unfortunately, every civilization they encountered attacked them first. The Dominion had forgotten how to trust. The Human Council realized they were not facing monsters. They were facing a civilization that had lost all hope. Chapter 17. a different choice. Many Alliance leaders demanded humanity launch a final assault while the Dominion fleet was weakened. Instead of preparing another attack, Earth sent a single unarmed diplomatic vessel directly toward the Dominion flagship. The Alliance called it madness. Inside the small ship were scientists, doctors, and diplomats, not soldiers, to offer something no one ever offered you: a future. For several long minutes, no one replied. Then the enemy flagship powered down its weapons. It was the first peaceful conversation the Dominion had held in nearly 500 years. Chapter 18. The Galaxy Learns the Truth. Negotiations lasted for weeks. Human engineers shared data about advanced space folding technology and helped the Dominion locate a distant region of unoccupied space where they could rebuild without threatening anyone. At the same time, Alliance investigators uncovered records that had been hidden for centuries. Several of those expeditions had encountered the Dominion's fleeing civilization. Humanity had protected the galaxy once before, without ever asking for recognition. The famous smile suddenly carried an even deeper meaning. Humans had never needed applause to do the right thing. Chapter 19. A New Galactic Order. With the war finally over, the Galactic Alliance held its largest council meeting in history. Every member world voted unanimously to offer humanity permanent leadership of the Alliance. The invitation was sincere. Humanity listened respectfully. Then the president stood and smiled. The same calm smile that had puzzled the galaxy decades earlier. "We appreciate your trust," she said, "but we cannot lead a system built on fear, pride, and exclusion." Instead, Earth proposed something entirely new, a federation where every civilization, regardless of wealth, military power, or technology, would have an equal voice. This time, no one objected. The proposal passed without a single vote against it. Chapter 20. Why Humanity Walked Away Smiling. Years later, children across hundreds of worlds studied this story in their history classes. They learned about the day Earth was rejected. Many wondered why the human ambassador had smiled instead of becoming angry. The answer became one of the most famous quotes in galactic history. When someone closes a door because they underestimate you, don't waste your life trying to force it open. Build a better future beyond it. Humanity had never smiled because rejection didn't hurt. It smiled because it understood something the galaxy did not. Respect cannot be demanded. Trust cannot be forced. And greatness is never decided by the opinions of others. While the galaxy argued over who deserved a place among the stars, humanity quietly explored, created, discovered, and united worlds that everyone else had forgotten. The Alliance had believed it was rejecting Earth. In reality, it had only rejected its own greatest opportunity. The end.
If you enjoyed this HFY Chronicles story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next journey across the stars. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure.